Section 16, question 4. Find the equation of the tangent to the curve with equation y equals x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x plus 2 at the point x equals 1. Tangent's a straight line, so I need point and gradient. I've got half a point, which is the x coordinate of 1, so I can first of all find my y coordinate by subbing that in. So y would be equal to 1 cubed plus 2 lots of 1 squared minus 3 lots of 1 plus 2. So that's 1 plus 2 minus 3 plus 2, and that will give me 2. So the point of contact then is 1, 2. Next thing I'm looking for is my gradient. Now in the context of this, to find the gradient, we're going to differentiate. Remember, when you're differentiating, you're finding the gradient, and we're looking at the gradient when x is equal to 1. So I'm going to differentiate the function, and that will be dy by dx is equal to 3x squared plus 4x minus 3. Remember, the constant disappears. I'm then going to look at x equals 1, and that will be 3 lots of 1 squared plus 4 lots of 1 minus 3. That will give me a gradient of 4. So I've got the gradient, which is 4, I've got the point of contact, which is 1, 2, and that can go into y minus b equals in bracket x minus a. So it's y minus 2 equals 4 bracket x minus 1. Y minus 2 is equal to 4x minus 4. Bring that across, and that'll be y equals 4x minus 2, and that's part A. Part B, show that this line is also a tangent to the circle with equation x squared plus y squared minus 12x minus 10y plus 44 is equal to 0. So it's just a question that's morphing from differentiation into the circle. So I'm going to sub in my y equals 4x minus 2 into the equation of the circle. Wherever I see y, I'll replace it with 4x minus 2. So x squared plus 4x minus 2 all squared minus 12x minus 10 lots of 4x minus 2 plus 44 is equal to 0. So just take your time when you expand it out. It's going to be x squared plus, again, go outside if you need to, 16x squared minus 8x minus 8x again, so that's minus 16x minus 12x minus 40x plus 20 plus 44, and that's equal to 0. Just collect everything together now. So that's 17x squared minus 16x minus 12x is minus 28x minus 40x is minus 68x, 44 is 64, and that's equal to 0. Small mistake there. When I'm expanding this out, this should have got 16x squared minus 16x, but also plus 4. So I'm going to just throw that across here and here, which will give me 17x squared minus 68x plus 68 is equal to 0. So we need to prove tangency and a point of contact. So again, two methods for tangency are available, discriminant or equal roots. I'm going to go down the route of equal roots because that will help me get the point of contact. So take out a highest common factor for factorisation. That's 17 bracket x squared minus 4x plus 4. I can divide both sides by 17. Factorise, two numbers that multiply give 4, add together give minus 4, that's minus 2 and minus 2. So equal roots, x equals 2, therefore tangency exists. You can find the point of contact by subbing x equals 2 back into y. Remember, my equation for that is y equals 4x minus 2, so where is the x? I'm going to replace it with 2. So it's going to be 4 lots of 2 minus 2. That's 8, take away 2, that's 6. So the point of contact then is 2, 6. And that's the final answer to the question. Section 16, question 5. A circle has centre t0, t is greater than 0, and a radius of 2 units. Write down the equation of the circle. Well, that's just x minus t all squared plus y minus 0 all squared, which you can just put it as y squared, is equal to the radius squared, which is 2 squared, and that's 4. Part B, find the exact value of t such that the line y equals 2x is a tangent to the circle. So for tangent, say to the circle, I'll need to sub y into y, but that's only really achievable if I expand part A out. So take your time with that, and that will be x squared minus 2tx plus t squared plus, well, y is equal to 2x, so my substitution there is 2x all squared, and that's equal to 4. So x squared plus 2x all squared is 4x squared minus 2tx plus t squared, bring 4 over, minus 4, and that's equal to 0. Now, I know that tangency exists, and I'm looking to find the value of t, which is a positive result. So if tangency exists, I would be communicating to the examiner that I know that that means b squared minus 4ac equals 0 for tangency. So we're going to find a, b and c to get going. So x squared plus 4x squared is 5x squared. Get minus 2tx plus t squared minus 4 is equal to 0. So remember that a is the coefficient, that's the thing in front of x squared, b is what's in front of x, and c is everything else. So we can see clearly that a is equal to 5, b is equal to minus 2t, c is everything else, and that's t squared minus 4. So I'm now going to put that into b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So that's going to be minus 2t all squared minus 4 lots of a, so a was 5, remember? So 4a will be 20 times c, which is t squared minus 4, and we know that that's equal to 0. Minus 2t all squared is 4t squared, minus 20 times t squared is minus 20t squared, minus 20 times minus 4 is plus 80. That's equal to 0. Minus 16t squared is equal to, bring 80 across, make it minus 80. You can then cancel both those negatives, so if it's 16t squared is equal to 80. T squared is equal to 80 over 16. 16 fits into 85 times, so that's t squared is equal to 5, and t is equal to plus or minus root 5, but it's a positive result for t as the question's asked, so t is equal to root 5.